guys, it's Liz here with another video for you, and today we're going to be talking about why you build an apex and how I build my apex. Now I have this sticker extension on one of my nails, and I did that in another video for you, so if you're interested in that, make sure you check that out after this video. I'm going to be building my apex with this dark green color just to kind of show you how to do it because you can see it a little bit better, but usually I do this with my clear powder. And the reason I do it with clear is I feel like the integrity of it has not been broken down by the color, so it will adhere to your nail better. But just for the sake of this video, I wanted to make sure that you could see it. So this other nail, I will be doing just regular dips on the finger, not building an apex, just so you can see the difference in how that looks and how an apex looks, or how it's supposed to look. So the reason why you do this is because the product is concentrated onto your nail bed. So the purpose of this is to make your nail stronger on your nail bed so that it won't break on that nail bed. You want it to break away from that nail bed or closer to, if it does break, you want it to break on the free end and not on your nail. I know that you've seen some of those really bad breaks that are all the way to the meat of the finger, and that's most likely from not building the apex correctly. So you want that product to be concentrated onto the nail bed. So you start with just a strip down the center, and then we're going to slowly build that product up to the cuticle line. So the second dip that I did was just a little bit further out than that first strip. And then for the third one, I'm going to go closer to the cuticle, but not quite all the way there just yet. So another reason why I do my apex in the clear is because I like to do my nails a lot. I love doing nails. I love playing with different art techniques and nail art. So I usually do the clear, do a top coat, do my peel base, and then do the color or nail art over my apex that I've built. Another thing that I did want to add is that I'm about a medium length right now as far as my fingernail length. If you're shorter nails, if you have shorter nails, then you may not need to build an apex at all, or you may not need as many dips if your nail is not that far from the end of your fingertip. Also, if you have longer fingernails, then you may need to build up your apex a little bit more. And again, you want all of that product to be concentrated over your nail bed. And so if you have longer nails, then that apex is going to need to start closer to your cuticle. That way you can get a nice slope down to the end of your finger. And hopefully that makes sense. If not, leave me a comment below, and I can maybe post some pictures somewhere so that I can give you a better visual of exactly what I mean by that. So this is my fourth dip, and I'm trying to make sure that I get all of these layers very thin, as thin as I can. I'm using Virgo and Gem liquids. They're very, very thin liquids, and I really love them. They do really well to get me those thin layers that you need to build your apex. But if you do have thick liquids, you just might need to make sure that you don't have as much liquid on there while you're building it up. Make sure that you use a very stiff brush. I use a toothbrush. It probably looks really bad. Oops. It's no problem. Let's just kind of pat that down. It's fine. But yeah, I use a toothbrush or a one of those nail cleaning brushes, to, once it's dry, to brush off all the excess. And again, that really helps you to get those thin layers so it's not too bulky. So even though this is 4 dips in acrylic, you can hardly tell how thick that is. And I'll sometimes have like 7 or 8 dips on my fingers, and I don't feel like it's too bulky. So there you are. There you can kind of see how they differ. This one is a lot flatter, and this one you can see that beautiful curve. So the curve is kind of angled down towards my cuticle and then slowly slopes to the end of my free edge. But on this one, it's just flat completely, almost completely across my nail. So if you hit that nail with it being like that, you really don't know where it's gonna break. So you wanna make sure that you build up that apex and build it correctly. Again, this is not the only way to build an apex. There are a few different ways to build an apex. So again, make sure that you check out some different videos and find what works best for you. So here's what it looks like from this angle. And again, like that product is the same width all the way across. This one is slightly curved down to the sides of my fingers so that the edges, it's like all the way around your edges should be the thinnest spots of your apex. So the rest of this is just showing you what that looks like if you are doing this with a clear dip. So you can kind of see what that looks like as well. So if you have any comments or questions about anything that I've shared with you in this video, please make sure that you comment below, let me know. Also, if you learned anything from this video, if you enjoyed watching this video, please make sure that you give it a like. So I think with this one, I ended up only doing 3 dips on this thumbnail. I probably should have done another one just to thicken that up a little bit more. But again, this is just the clear. I usually do another 2 coats of color and then a clear topper over my color. So this is just pretty much a start. So there is some pictures of the finished products, and I appreciate you so much for sticking with me and learning how to do your apex today. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.